Hi friends, good morning. In this video, discuss about the physics problems. Describe the electricity chapter. Space between concentric spheres of radii R1, R2, such radii R2, R1 less than R2, R2 larger, R1 less. Concentric spheres filled with material resistivity materials filling up resistivity field, okay. Resistance between inner outer surface. What the question understand first two concentric spheres given R1, first concentric circle, this is R1, second concentric spheres R2. So R1, R2, this is field resistance. So what question? Resistance between inner outer surface, outer surface, this gap is called between this gap. How resistance, what resistance this gap, okay. First resistance formula, this gap R1 plus R2 whole length R1 plus R2, this is length R1 plus R2 or R length, any assumptions, okay. So resistance formula, rho L by A, rho L by, this is area is equal to 4 pi L square into dr. Small resistance, first small resistance we discovered small resistance, another whole resistance, integration of whole resistance, okay. Total resistance between inner and outer surface, total resistance, integration of resistance dr is equal to rho by 4 pi, this 4 pi constant, dl by L square, this L power minus 2, L power minus 2 plus 1, L power minus 1 by minus 1, this dl, okay. L power minus 1, this not dl, so wrong the answer, dl cancel. So limitations R1 to R2, R1 small cylindrical circle, R2 big concentric, so R1 to R2 is resistance, gap the resistance, okay. So resistance is filling up 1 by R2, 1 by R1, rho by minus 1 by R2 minus R2 fill, R2 substitute, R1 minus 1 by R1, 1 by R2, 1 by R1 plus 1 by R1 minus plus rho by 1 by R1 minus 1 by R2, this equals R2 minus R1 by R1 by R2 rho by 4 pi, okay. This